Yeah, it was a girlfriend back in high school who got pregnant and killed herself.
Do you think that there could have been anything to prevent her from doing that?
I do. Yeah, I think that probably education, more information dispersed about the help that's out there for young women would have, it might have saved her life. I don't know for sure, but it might have. It might have given her something else to think about besides feeling that there was nothing there, no help, nothing.
Yeah.
I think that suicide is a big problem, period, whether it's one person, be an adult or a child or a young, an adolescent. I think that anytime a person takes their own life, that it's a waste, a total waste.
I know I'd probably get in trouble for saying it, but the community's not dealing with the issue. Reservation community don't want to look at the issue. They have a hard time addressing it. They want to say that it's a family issue. They want to say that it's somebody else's job to do. I just think that it's something that the reservation people would rather not talk about, and it's something we need to talk about in order to heal our hearts and to heal the people.
They feel they have no other way out of their problems, or there isn't enough help, or they have no one to talk to.
I know the first thing that happens is that you say, the first thought is, I could have done something to prevent that. And why didn't I do this? And why didn't I do that? And if only I had done this, if only I hadn't done this, this person would still be here and this person would still be alive. That is probably the first reaction, is guilt. And also girls and boys do it different. Girls in general, and believe me, this is very generalized because every individual is unique, but girls in general really put a lot of thought into the process and the act, and they go through most of the stages of giving things away, of cutting their ties, of saying goodbye to the important people in their lives. And they do that, and they're very thoughtful about it. And so oftentimes we can prevent it because we can see those signs. A subject that most teenagers think about when there don't seem to be any options.
My biggest connection is drugs and alcohol, is the leading point. A lot of times it might not be the case at the time the suicide is committed that they were on drugs or alcohol. What I'm trying to say is that can lead up to the problems that happen within family units, within groups, that ultimately can get people to feeling the way they feel.
Two of them were under the influence of alcohol. Two weren't. And I believe alcohol was a factor. When I say a factor towards the suicide, maybe if they weren't drinking at the time, they wouldn't have did it. I read it as when someone commits suicide, it's not a sense of belonging. They're missing something that, how would you say, maybe they're missing that hug. Like everybody needs a hug once in a while. They need to be, someone has to say, nice job, you did something great today. Just those little things sometimes can push someone over the edge. They don't have that sense of belonging, like, we'll say like Christianity. If you don't have anything to believe in, or if, nothing to look forward to me, there's a void in your life. I was lucky that I was sent to catechism when I was small. And so I had that, Christianity and the Catholic beliefs. Then I was lucky enough to know a lot of older people back in the 60s that believed in the philosophy and the Native American ways.
The poem I'm reading is To the Young Who Want to Die. It's by Lowell Yeager. Sit down, inhale, exhale. The gun will wait. The lake will wait. The tall gal in the small, seductive vial will wait, will wait. We'll wait a week, we'll wait through April. You do not have to die this certain day. Death will abide, will pamper your postponement. I assure you death will wait.
Death has a lot of time. Death can attend to you tomorrow or next week. Death is just down the street. His most obliging neighbor can meet you in any moment. You need not die today. Stay here through pout or pain or peskiness. Stay here. See what the news is going to be tomorrow. Graves grow no green that you can use. Remember, green's your color. You are spring.
You know, I have had a lot of problems with chronic depression and had to learn how to alleviate it, I guess. The things that I find have helped the most for me are simple: getting enough sleep, getting exercise, eating in healthy ways, being social, being around people and doing things with people when I'm having a tendency to be depressed. Well, one thing is listen and be supportive, but also I would try to encourage that person to have professional counseling with people who are more experienced than I in helping them.
There's a lot of people out there that could probably help them, and there's people that they can turn to for help if they just knew that those people were there for them. Because as human beings and as people, we need each other. And we need to help one another out. And I really feel that there are so many options, and life is something that's very precious, and we need to understand that preciousness and hang on to it.
We ask them questions about and check to see if they have given away things, if they've given away their possessions, if they are kind of burning their bridges, if they are cutting their ties. If I think that the major factor in whether they're serious or not is if they have a plan, and the more detailed the plan, then the more imminent the danger. At that point, as a friend, you should not be confidential about that, and you should be straight with your friend and say, I care about you so much that I don't want anything to happen to you, and I can't keep this. I cannot not tell anybody about this.
Just living itself. Being open and aware to the world around you and the life around you, and enjoying and appreciating the beauty of the people you encounter and the world around you, especially the natural world that you live in.
Clear up in Hellas Point, I didn't have a clue, but my sister just recently had a baby. I guess that's my reason for living. Got a little nephew now.
What makes life worth living from your point of view?
Well, if you just look around you, you see all kinds of reasons why you need to be here. Just the fact that you're here, makes it worthwhile. Because you're doing something that's constructive, and you're contributing, in a good way to your community. And to see the snow on the ground that was brought to us from the north, and the blue in the sky, the green in the trees, the songs of the birds, and all these things are good reasons to be here.
I think the world that we live in, it's knowing who I am, we're very special to be as First Nations. We have our own culture, we have our own ceremonies, we have our own religion, and being who I am as a person and as a man and being part of this whole world, and having a lot of respect for the things that I have in my life. My family is one of those things, and having a community and having a nation.
To be healthy, I guess you'd have to show your emotions, express your feelings more. And I see a lot of that doesn't go on.
This song comes from our ancestors, from the Bitterroot. They tell us that this song helps us every day when we wake up in the morning. And I would like to sing this song to those families, to our communities, to the students, and people that hurt because of suicide. And also know and remember that our Creator is out there to help us. This song comes from that place.
Thank you for watching our show on suicide and how it affects everybody. We've talked to the people in the community. You've listened to what they had to say, their opinions, their experiences. Just let you know there's people out there you can talk to.
How are young people affected by TV and media?
By the violence that's on TV. It's just an everyday type of thing on the TV, so the kids begin to think that there's nothing wrong with shooting somebody or using drugs.
So TV is kind of spoiled every kid. So that's where they learn all this drug and all this meanness that's coming from the big cities. And they try to mock all that stuff, try to be big honchos and stuff like that. So that's the reason why TV, I wouldn't have that in my house. I still don't.
So this is a West Side gang.
Uh-huh.
And then here, this is an East Side gang.
Okay. So that's actually a very good visual sort of symbol that, you know, you're able to see and that he's able to sort of pass on to you through the images. Right? And that's an interesting thing about the idea of who has access to what kinds of projects. I think the idea of if you're interested in working in a certain way in a certain area, we talked about it when we met earlier, is that one of the things you have to be is you have to really care about what you're interested in making pictures of. Right? If I give you an assignment to go out and photograph something that you're totally bored with, right, your reaction is probably going to be you're going to bring back pictures that react or respond to that sort of thing. But if you can find something that really moves you in some way, that really has impact, that has a connection to experience in your life. Joseph's connection to all this stuff was that
I know I'd probably get in trouble for saying it, but the community's not dealing with the issue.
They feel they have no other way out of their problems, or there isn't enough help, or they have no one to talk to.
And also girls and boys do it different. Girls in general, and believe me, this is very generalized because every individual is unique, but girls in general really put a lot of thought into the process and the act, and they go through most of the stages of giving things away, of cutting their ties, of saying goodbye to the important people in their lives.
All right, we're at Bison Range. You know, oh, the deers are gone. We don't see any animals right now, but we'll find them. Right?
Oh yeah, it's great. Keeps kids drug-free, alcohol-free. Keeps them doing something instead of sitting around or getting in trouble. Yeah.
Keeps kids in school, out of trouble. Something to do after school instead of just going out and doing drugs or something.
Once they get into it, even out of high school, they still attending basketball
tournaments and stuff.
Okay. Julie, Joseph, Julie, Joseph, Julie, Joseph, Julie, Joseph, Julie, Joseph.
Alright, we're at Bison Range. You know, oh, the deers are gone. We don't see any animals right now, but we'll find them. Right? What's your name?
Trisha. Joe Marie Plant. The meaning of nature is wildlife and trees and fish and water and the sky is outside. Alright, these are the white-tailed deer. We've been so close to them. There they are, now they're ready to go. Now there they go. They're running up the hill. She's still standing there. They're almost ready to go. What is it, boys? Go ahead, Jamie.
These are all the cattails.
Woodpeckers that live on these cottonwood trees. Now, we should be moving on.
Get that one down there. Here, I want to get that one.
What is the meaning of nature in the dictionary?
I have no clue. I don't know. Outside.
Bye, guys. I'll see you not next week. We're gonna have a guest lecturer, so I'll be up for that.
When are we gonna watch these movies?
Yeah, you're gonna watch them with Barney. And then the week after that, we're gonna start to edit them. Okay? I thought you guys were great.
How do you edit them?
I'm gonna show you how. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Here comes Barney.
Shut it up. Put it away.